Hey, everybody, welcome into the show. The American Royal has named its 2025 class of the Barbecue Hall of Fame, the highest honor in barbecue. Is that high enough energy there, Dan?
I love that.
There it is. I went right in there hot.
Dude. That was nuts.
4 living inductees, 3 legacy legends, 1 Impact Award recipient will be honored for their contributions to the barbecue craft community and culture. The Black Apron ceremony takes place November 8th during the 45th American Royal World Series of Barbecue. Hey, we welcome you guys in. Thank you for June 20. Oh, geez, man.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm already in there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's about 3/4 of a beer deep.
No, yeah, 1%. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for this because we're going to have a few guests coming on with American Royal to discuss everything barbecue and to discuss, namely, these nominees. So
inductees.
Inductees. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah,
inductees.
John, can you let the folks know who's going to be joining us today?
I absolutely can do that. We've got our friend Alyssa King, who was on with us. What was that, like 3 years ago now? The first time we went to the Royal, she jumped on with us,
That's right.
and talked about all things American Royal back then. That was she's the head of marketing,
Yeah, Director of Communications.
Media. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the titles better than I do. I'm not sure why you asked me to do this. Super cool chick. Love talking to her. Been keeping in touch with her this entire time, and was excited when they reached out and said, "Hey, let's come on and talk about the inductees." So, and then Elizabeth, who is she knows all the Barbecue Hall of Fame side of things, and we'll be able to answer any questions with that. And then their friend Casey, and I didn't catch Casey's last name, but we'll get that. And she knows all the barbecue stuff.
I can't wait for you to say, Casey, what's your last
Casey,
name?
hey, Casey, I got a question for you.
Yeah. What's your last name?
Favorite pet and last 4.
Yeah, right. That's it. That's funny.
Yeah, can we go ahead and unveil who the inductees are?
We sure can.
Or
And
do we need to wait until
I
Alyssa
don't
and the
know.
crew gets here?
I think we might have to wait a little bit.
Okay, we'll wait. We won't spoil it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not
damn,
spoil
dude.
it.
I was ready to go all in
Yeah.
right now. All right, we're done.
Yeah. Actually, we don't need you anymore.
Hey, girls. Yeah.
Let's
No.
talk about something else. I do want to say real quick, today is May 20th,
First.
21st. It's
Yep.
really bad that I missed that. Happy birthday, Luke. It's my son's birthday.
happy
19 years old.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday, son.
Yeah, 100%. I followed up yesterday. Our uncle Lionel Gene Moore, his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, Uncle.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
If anybody else in the comments, if they want to shout out happy birthdays, just go ahead and just shout them out.
Yeah, right.
Who else has a birthday?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe Luke one of these days, like when we're long gone and I don't know, the robots have taken all over the whole world, that he's playing the Grabbing the Brisket show back over again?
Just trying to listen to some kind of humanity.
It's going to be saved. You know what I mean? One robot is going to save all this information.
Right.
And he'll be able to listen and say, shit, that's my dad. Yeah. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, he got the day wrong. Damn it. Yeah. Damn, dude.
Oh, I am the worst. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Do you think our AI robots are just going to be completely tainted? You know what I mean? Like all the stuff that we ask them to do, like the barbecue,
Right.
and
They're just so pissed off at us
like
all the time.
my Chat GPT robot, man, he knows a lot of stuff about barbecue. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, so it's like it's so fed up of all the mundane things. Like, can't you ask me to cure cancer yet? No. I don't want to know how to do that.
Just rewrite this damn email.
That's it, right?
I want to sound more professional.
What's up, Josh Fuller?
Joseph Fuller?
Yeah, Joseph. I'm
Yes,
sorry, Joseph.
Hey,
Shit.
can I cut in real quick? Since you just mentioned Joseph Fuller, he's actually the one that wrote in a question to our Ground Brisket fan page on Facebook.
Let's go.
If you're not a member of that, go check it out. We love interacting with folks that like to talk barbecue. And this was his question. He said, just thinking out loud, if you could have any barbecue gadget or tool to try to make things easier, what would it be? Between cleaning, trimming, seasoning, portioning, all that prep takes a lot of time. If something could handle even one part of that for you, what would you want it to be? Doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. Just curious what y'all wish existed.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a great question.
So we're not saying what is a cool gadget you should have that already exists.
Yeah, or it could
obviously
be.
a probe,
Could be.
right? Like probe's the go-to, right?
Yeah.
Something that doesn't maybe exist. You're like, man, I wish that was a thing.
Yeah. Like I wish barbecue pits clean themselves.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
God dang,
I
that is a
wish
good one.
I wish they would just do that. I mean, like you've done all the work, and then you go inside and you eat and you forget about it, and then you show back up the next day, the next couple of days later, whatever it is, you go to fire it back up, and you're like, oh my god, I can clean this whole thing out, right? Yeah. Just clean yourselves. That's
It's like a giant industrial dishwasher that I could just throw my barbecue pit into.
yeah.
Put
I don't-
Johnny and June in it.
Right.
I don't think that's feasible. I want it to
I mean,
do
he
it
asked
itself.
whatever.
It might be. I mean, you can take
How-
your car through a car wash. There's got to be. Some
How are you
way
going
do
to
that
drive?
with
How are you going to you're going to drive it through? What if yours doesn't drive? What are you going to do?
You pull it through.
And what if you can't do that?
Then it doesn't exist. We're talking about things that don't exist.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry, Joseph.
you thought way bigger than I
Joseph,
did. Just so you.
You're giving us which no, this is practical.
No, I think it was great. I think I
Yeah.
love your idea. I'm just saying my idea.
Um,
I was thinking so small. My idea was I love
Okay.
trimming one brisket. I hate trimming 10 briskets. If there was something that could trim my 10 briskets for me, I would be excited.
Okay, I got one. Okay, a thing that you could like put your brisket into, right? And it kind of vacuum seals it, but also when you press a button, like 100 needles go in, and then there's this thing on top that's full of like all of your
Injections. or whatever?
injections, and it just drops needles all the way in and injects everything at one time, and you basically get done. It comes out, you pull it out.
And it vacuum seals it or no?
Yeah,
Now, that might.
I like that.
I
I
wonder
think
if that
they
already
have.
is-
I think
That's
they
not
have
a
that
thing.
already.
I was
that's
going to
not
say
a
that
thing.
might
I
be
think-
a thing out
I
there
think
somewhere.
industrial meat packaging plants. I think that's what they utilize to marinate and inject their meats.
yeah. This is portable. You just take it
Okay.
to your house.
Portable.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's at your house.
Okay. What about if you had like a 3D printing like device? You put the brisket in. I'm piggybacking off what John just said. You have a 3D printed like device. You put your brisket in
Mhm.
and you trim, and it has little micro blades in there that just sits there and just and it just trims your whole brisket, and then it just
Mm.
spits out a perfectly trimmed brisket
I
in
like
like
it.
2 minutes.
It's pretty good.
I want it in 30 seconds now. See, you give me
Yeah, it
2
doesn't
minutes.
matter.
You know what I mean?
After the
We-
firmware
we
update,
wanted-
it'll do it in 30 seconds.
That's
guys.
you're listening. Like we wanted dial up, and we got it. And then we're like, we don't want dial up anymore. We want better than dial up. It never gets better. We do it in 3 seconds. We want it in 1 second.
I actually want a robot that's gonna just clean up after me.
As you walk around,
No, and as I'm doing brisket, there's
Oh.
a lot of mess. There's a lot of like scraps and just stuff. It's like clean up the robot. I mean, clean up the mess robot. You know what I mean? I'll come up with the name or whatever. And then
Damn.
it does the dishes and all that stuff like that. And I'm good. All I have to do is just trim it, season it, and just go man the pit.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
You ever see that guy? There's a guy on TikTok. I don't know his name. I'll try to find his name, but he has like a Optimus Tesla robot in the background, and he's sitting on the couch, and then like right next to him is the remote, and then like 5 feet away from him is the robot, and he's like, "Yo, Optimus, hand me the remote." And then he's like, my king or sir, it's right next to you. He's like, I don't give a shit where it's at.
Yeah.
You get this damn remote
Yeah.
right now. And then he
Yeah.
gets up, or I'm going to put beans in your battery pack. I
Right.
was like,
Where did you hear that from?
it's some TikToker.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Yeah. So $583 a year on alcohol, according to your own limits. Other estimates range from $1,000 to $1,200 annually, according to Lending Tree. Well, I'll tell you what, Lending Tree,
Mm.
you're not going out with us, okay? Why don't you follow us around for a year, Lending Tree,
That's like one night.
and tell us how much we spend in alcohol? Because
Yeah.
man, I was
I
out.
think you're doubling that in food costs by night to
Hey,
not drinking.
I was out like a month ago or whatever it was. I think it was like $300. That was all just alcohol. And now, granted, it was just on myself, but a lot of drinks were bought that night.
Yeah.
Pit life.
You got Pit Life in the chat.
Yeah.
You got Daddy Dutch,
Daddy Dutch.
Rob
Nice.
Dobb,
Let's go. This is the
Rob,
Terminators.
the Terminators.
and Amy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
What-
her.
What
What's
do you
up,
think?
man?
Like you get your Terminator robot that's gonna like, and I'm sorry to be on this robot kick. Like you got the whole like I'll be back,
He's
or
not sorry.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. What is your robot gonna say? It's like, don't squeeze the brisket, and then like,
Right? Like you're talking about your
he
barbecue.
just gives you like barbecue advice and then kills you.
Right. You're talking about need to cook it slower. Right. You overcooked it. Boom. Right. I mean, what are you? Listen, all I know
Yeah.
is that my robot is going to have the Austrian Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Okay. I don't care what it is.
It's just rolling around. And it
Yeah.
rolls down to your backyard, and he peeks under the hood to look. He's like, looks like you used sauce on the brisket.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
Was that your Australian voice?
It was.
Dave?
No.
Is it Austrian or
Austrian.
Australian?
That was my Austrian.
Nobody. Yeah.
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 I'd have to get in the mate. Yeah. Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
No, we won't go into accents today.
That's funny.
But yeah. Hey,
It's hilarious.
thanks, Rob. Great to see you, bud.
Damn.
We got a lot of good stuff coming up. I got a little video from our buddy Kel Phelps, who was out there at Smoke Slam.
Yeah.
And he witnessed what he said was the greatest thing he's ever seen. I think Raul's going to get that video dialed up for us. I would say it's impressive, but also, I don't know. Maybe I stopped and just
Hey,
watched
what's up, guys?
roll that.
James Webb, Smoke Slam, world record. How many? Tell us about it.
24 pulled pork, 7-ounce sandwiches in 10 minutes. Don't try this at home.
My gosh, Prairie Fresh, you rock. All 250 pounds donated, prepared by those guys.
Thank
So
you.
what do you think? I mean, you've eaten stuff. How did that compare taste-wise? Or do you just go so fast you're not tasting?
To be honest, that was one of the more tastier contests that we do. So I appreciate you guys putting on a cool contest and sponsoring the pork. You guys know your way how to smoke pulled pork. That was delicious.
Listen, man, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. We'll post some stuff on here in the next little bit. But hey, congratulations, my man.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a safe trip back to Australia. But
Appreciate you
hey,
guys.
congratulations.
Thank you
There
for
we go,
having me.
Mr. Webb, new world record holder here at Smoke Slam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like 168 ounces of pulled pork.
Yeah, it's over 10 pounds. Over 10 pounds of pulled pork sandwiches. That's
Well,
a lot
I'm
in
confused.
10 minutes.
What was he? That was an eating contest?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did
Okay. Wait.
24 7-ounce pulled pork sandwiches.
Hey, congratulations.
Who
to you.
can do
Kudos,
it?
but I'm just,
I can't do that.
I'm trying to do the
I'm not-
visualization.
I'm
like,
eating one.
That guy's stomach must be like this big, like the
He's a
whole
thin dude.
10 pounds
wasn't
of
big.
just food. You know what I mean?
Are they allowed to throw up afterwards?
I don't know, man. I just feel like you should.
Oh,
You know what I
dog.
mean?
You know, he like probably poops a lot, right?
No, I don't know, James. I'm not talking about. I,
I mean,
I
you eat
think
10
they,
pounds of food.
no, I think they go into a fast right after that. I think it's what they do. I think I read this somewhere. Like when these competitive eaters, they'll go in and they're not going to do that and like, hey, who wants to have dessert at 8:00? Right? No, they're done eating, they're done drinking. And I think the next day they'll do like a 24-hour fast or 36-hour fast or something. And yeah, you're right, Rob. It's always a damn skinny guy.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think they fast out of that. I think they have to. Like your body's just like not meant to just keep churning. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know what.
They have to fast. They're not hungry.
Yeah.
Shit.
But you're
Some
right,
type of-
James. I think they're pooping for like 3 days straight.
Bear hibernating shit Jan was talking about. I'm not really sure.
Kel said it's an MLE event, which I think is Major League Eating, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
badass.
don't think the three of us together could do that.
It's the same guys that sanction Nathan's hot dog eating event.
I can eat 7 sandwiches.
7
I eat 7.
in a week.
I could do 7. You could do 7.
Maybe. I would have to be pretty hungry, I think.
James could do 7. We're still not beating him.
No.
On an Ambien, I could probably do about 7.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah,
Look, give me about, I don't know, 12 Coors Lights deep.
right,
I mean, I've put down a lot of food. Like, I mean,
right.
I know you've put down like several fast food chains in like one day, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, listen. Yeah, I've ate food from a lot of different places, but never ate over 10 pounds of anything. So, yeah, kudos to that guy, man.
That's like a whole
yeah.
pork butt.
No, I know. He ate a whole pork butt. Maybe more.
It has a big pork butt.
Yeah. Anyways, hey, man, I love it when Kel's in the house, man. Right now, if you're in barbecue, trying to get in barbecue, you're listening to this, the MBBQA is where you start, right? It's a great organization, like-minded individuals that love to spread the gospel of barbecue. Whether you're trying to get into competitions, you're trying to get into marketing yourselves, getting into
Any of it.
yeah, a food truck, whatever it is,
Sauces,
right?
rubs, catering, doesn't matter.
Any part of it, that is where you go because you're surrounded by people that are already doing it. They're already successful, and they're willing to share the knowledge of that. So, I love these guys. I love the MBBQA, and yeah, I highly encourage everybody to sign up for it.
Hey, Pit Life came in, said they did a 5-pound burrito on the show back in the days.
Okay.
All right. Pit
I
Life.
need to see the video where it doesn't exist.
Nice. Wait, you made a 5-pound burrito or you ate a 5-pound burrito?
He said he did one, which I don't
I
know
did
what that
one.
means.
Yeah. Okay.
Johnny Meggs. What
I
do you
don't.
mean
I
you
don't
did
think
a burrito.
he. I don't think he ate it or did or made one.
He did it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
buddy.
Dude,
I
badass.
saw Craig Carter throw a comment up in there somewhere.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh yeah. He said, "Ask a lending tree what a brisket cost."
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%, Craig. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Do you guys want to get into this grabbing the brisket?
Beer review. Yeah. But man, we got that. It's a little stinky.
Smells skunky as shit, bro. Where did you find this?
It's
Dude,
that-
it's always these green bottle beers.
It's got that stink to
This
it.
smells like
Okay.
it was in the back of your closet for like
Little moose head.
2 years.
Man, yeah, moose head. I've had moose head. I've had some moose head cheese.
That's what it smells like. Some kind of cheese.
Yeah.
Canadian lager. I wonder if we paid some tariffs on this thing.
Yep.
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 Hey, it's all he has. Hey, what do you think about it? Yep.
Yep.
I'll be
Perfect.
honest, it tastes like every other green bottled beer I've ever had.
It tastes like a half a point better than Heineken.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty delicious. Right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's not right.
It's pretty good.
It's actually wrong.
Ate it.
And this is the beer you
contest
drink
with
in,
my co-host John. I'll send you the link. Nice. Let's go, Pit Life. Love that.
Isn't this the beer you drank when you went to Disneyland? Did you go to
Yeah.
the Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you know? Yeah, I was there.
Sampled their culture.
I did. Yeah, I had some moosehead cheese. Had a steak that was
What kind of steak was it? Like a moose steak?
No, I think I did a porterhouse.
Okay. Wasn't great though.
It was, I mean, parts of it were really good. I think it was a little overcooked.
Canadian Montreal Canadian seasoning.
I don't remember.
You can bet on it.
I don't think so. I think it was a more of like a traditional.
Do we import that, or is that something we make here? We just sell to them.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just wondering.
Yeah, we probably make it here and sell it back to them. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Montreal steak seasoning was not invented in Montreal.
They're like, we don't use that shit.
Yeah, right. No, I think it was. I think the steak was a little overcooked there, and being a fine dining, and I think it was more of a salt and pepper. Like, more of a salt steak, right? It was like had a lot of butter, and it was just finished with like some flake salt or something.
Yeah.
It was good.
Joseph Fuller. It's NBBQA,
That's it.
National Barbecue and Grilling Association. And you can find it in the link below on any of our podcast episodes. So just go back to episode 1, start there. You'll find it.
100%. Man, this beer, man. Dang, guys, y'all like this?
It's all
Smell
right.
it.
Yeah, it smells bad.
Smells familiar.
It does smell familiar.
Corby, you're out there leaking The inductees are ready. Thank you,
Damn,
Corby.
Corby.
We've got a leak.
Hide him.
My bad.
Hide that.
No,
it's fine.
No,
No,
he's good.
it's
Hey,
good.
hey, Raul, throw them up there if they throw it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's not a secret. It's all over social medias.
It's out there. And look, I just want to talk about how many people that are getting inducted this year. There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
You got 4.
5, 6, 7. 7 that are getting inducted. Am I reading that right? Yeah.
4 that are living, 3 that I guess have passed.
Yeah. 4 of them are from Texas. Let's just talk about that.
We'll get into that.
Out of the 7, 4 from Texas. Coincidence? I don't know.
No, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to say it out loud, but
You kind of do.
I don't know.
You kind of want to say it.
Yeah. Man, this beer.
It's almost like we invented barbecue, but
We're not right.
we're not
Right.
we're not really getting into there. I know we have a lot of listeners that are all throughout this land, this great nation. At one point in time, and I think we may still have a listener that is chiming in from North Korea.
Yeah.
I can't confirm now. I know last time John ran the statistics, we found one listener that was listening from North Korea,
Do you think that's
and it was beautiful.
No, they
Kim-
probably tracked him down, and he's.
do you think that's Kim Jong Un?
You know it is.
You think he like? Do you think it?
What kind of pit does he have?
Oh, dude, he's got like a badass pit.
Kamado?
You know, he's got a big offset smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Look, all I'm saying,
Ugh.
he was trying to learn the tricks and the tips on
Well,
how to do
look,
barbecue.
let's just
and
talk about this. We actually talked for a long time that we were going to go to South Korea and make briskets, and they were going to make balloons. And
airdrop.
We're going to
Airdrop 'em.
float these briskets over. So it doesn't surprise me now that we actually do have a listener. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and nowadays technology is getting better and better, so you could just get a drone and just like fly it over.
I
there
don't think
and
you should say that. Yeah,
a nice drone, not
We're-
like a
we're
weird
being
drone.
Yeah,
listened
A
to.
nice
A
drone.
nice drone.
Yeah, right.
One of them nice drones.
Yeah, I did see coming this month, or actually they're starting right now. Austin is rolling out the fully autonomous Tesla vehicles. I think they're going to put about 10 on the road right now, and every week they're going to just bump it up, and they're just going to be running constantly. And I think within 6 months there's going to be about 1,000 plus, maybe just in the Austin area, whatever. But then they're going to scale up to other cities. So
For
beyond
doing, what are they doing?
fully autonomous vehicles, just driving, no drivers
For Uber?
whatsoever. I don't know if it's Uber or if it's
Probably
strictly just data collecting,
Test.
making
Okay.
sure they don't crash into shit.
Yeah, with Austin drivers, great. A great spot to even do that. You know what? I totally
Houston.
applaud you with that. And then move to Houston, because then you go from one craziness to another craziness.
It's just stuck
Love
on the
that.
side of the road, just leaking oil everywhere,
Yeah,
just
right.
scared,
Just
can't merge.
Can't do it.
Love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, let's go. Hey, one of these
Oh,
days
man.
we're stepping right into the Jetson age of technology. One of these days we're gonna have a car just drive us around all the time.
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
We are getting close. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to having our guests in here. Can we do some hot off the grill barbecue news?
Let's do it. This beer is getting a little bit better.
Is it?
It was
Yeah.
too cold.
I don't know. The more you drink any beer, I think it gets a little bit better. I just got a couple things. So honestly, the big part of our news tonight is us announcing these inductees. But I don't know if you guys heard, there was a couple of little cook-offs in the past weekend
Yes.
in Tennessee or Nashville or
What was it?
Memphis.
Oh,
Was
was
it
it oh, that's
Yeah,
right. It was Memphis.
That's right.
Yeah,
Memphis
dang.
in May.
I know.
All I'm saying
and
is I called
Smoke
it.
Slam. Did you call it?
Yeah, he did call it.
What did you call? Let's hear it.
Well,
Heath Rowell's winning it.
he went online and congratulated Heath Rowell for winning it. And then he goes, that was last year. And he goes, oh shit.
I was like, well, congratulations anyways.
Yeah. And then the dude won it this year.
I
Right.
forgot about.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So Heath Riles, first place ribs and grand champion overall. I think I saw somewhere he said that's the third first place ribs in the last 4 years out there. First grand champion. So
Nice.
God dang,
He's a hell of a cook.
Dude,
man.
he's putting out secrets on his social media channels. I mean,
Yep.
he's telling you exactly what he's doing, what he's rubbing it down with, what sauce combinations that he's using. Maybe he's throwing in something a little bit secret, or maybe there's a technique or two that he's implementing that's really putting him above and beyond the competition. But he's being transparent, man. We love Heath Riles, and yeah, man, congratulations.
I'll tell you what, we're going to ask him exactly what he's doing because I've been texting with him this week. We're going to get him set up to come back on the show. We'll just find out because I'm sure he'll tell us exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And why would he not? I will say this is the one thing that's coming out right now with a lot of the great pit masters out there are starting to share way more of the knowledge and the process of what they're doing. And I'll tell you right now, it's only going to make barbecue better. It's going to allow barbecue to evolve to a new level. And this is what happens when everybody gets on that playing field. Something else comes out, a new flavor, a new spice. It's a different trick or tip to start doing. And this is the same thing with Bill Purvis. The same thing with Heath Riles. We've got our shit, man. I'm drawing a blank right now. I can see him, I can picture him, and I can almost say his name.
You say Aaron Leslie?
Aaron Leslie, of course. It's real.
Fred Robles.
Fred Robles.
Yeah, Fred. Shit, man. I'm sorry, horrible. But yeah, it's the same with him. Great video content coming out. Great tips, great tricks. And if you really want to get into barbecue, right now is a great time to start learning from some of these social media apps because these guys are putting everything out there. And I'm not saying everything, but you're seeing enough to get started, right? So 100%, man.
Yep. You got some?
Now I'll say, Joseph, I saw a question mark in the chat. I'm not sure what you want, but
He was
let us
asking
know.
about the MBBQA earlier.
Okay.
Got him. The other thing, the Smoke Slam was also happening this past weekend, and the grand champions over there was Rescue Smokers.
Okay.
Okay.
Big
Badass.
shout out. I know there's a big fat purse. I don't know what it is this year.
That was huge, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be it was just from the city, right?
maybe $1 million. I don't know. It was a lot of money.
Oh my God.
Yeah, probably not $1 million, but it was a lot of money.
It was like 200,000 or something.
Probably.
Damn.
Take it to the bank.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, congratulations to everybody that competed. Whatever
Yeah.
competition it was, you guys are badass. We love it. This is why we're in the game doing what we're doing because we love to share the stories. We love to learn. We love to cook. So, hey, cheers to everybody out there.
100%. That's all I got for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news.
Look, Rob Dopp wants more Terminator talk. So
Let's go.
I'll be happy to oblige you on that,
Yeah.
Rob.
Speaking of Rob Dopp, I got a barbecue win coming up a little bit later that involves it involves one of the Mr. Dopps. So stick tuned for that.
Mm.
Do you guys want to talk about this beer a little bit before our guest comes on?
Yeah. Let's do that.
I got a lot to say.
Let's read.
Okay.
All right, go, John.
This tastes like an armpit.
Really?
Yeah, it's not great. I don't love
You're not
it.
a moosehead liker.
No,
A lover.
I'm definitely not a lover.
Okay.
I don't even think I'm a liker.
Okay. Damn.
I'm more of a tolerator.
Okay.
All right.
Just keep your bottle away from me.
Okay.
It smells. Yeah. So you're scoring it or you want to hold it?
I'm gonna hang on. Go ahead.
Just score it.
Oh,
Just
score
score
it?
it.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This is a solid 4.0.
4.0.
Damn,
All right.
dude.
This is
Log it.
subpar for me. It just tastes off. Maybe they're better sometimes, but this one just tastes skunky to me.
Yeah. Jan?
I'm going to go right now. I'm going to say this is a 6-1. I think it's an average beer. I think it's a little better than some of the other ones. I like it better than Heineken actually. But yeah, again, it just has that at first skunkiness is there, obviously, but past that, yeah, it's not like I said, it's not a bad beer. Just
Yeah, I'm going solid, like, I don't know, 5.0. It's a run of the mill, just a normal beer. I think anybody over I'm going to say above Tornado Alley, anything going north towards Canada would probably love this. And maybe I'm being a little too, what would you say, excessive there? Maybe it's just more like New York and then Canada loves this beer. It's very green bottle beer, like, you know what I mean? The Heinekens, the Rolling Rocks. Sometimes you get those Dos Equis that taste a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These breweries need to invest in like brown bottled.
I don't think
I don't know why they don't.
I don't think
they
it's what they're going for. It's not their. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really the reason.
Right. They're
Yeah,
like,
per
how
se.
can we
5-0.
make this taste just a little bit shitty?
5-0. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not buying this beer again.
Kevin
Yeah,
Grothy in the house. It says, invite me back on. We can definitely get him on for a recap of
We got
Memphis
you,
and
boy.
back.
Hey, Daddy Dutch, 100%. Next week we are going back to Thursdays. This has been a few Wednesdays in a row we've had to do this. It's not really planned on our part, just trying to accommodate the schedules that we get. So 100%.
There you go.
He blames you, Jan.
Yeah, I know he does. That's why I felt I obligated to say something like, damn, dude, like, bro.
It reminds me of that
Bro's
commercial.
all going like, Jan, isn't that right, Jan? Question mark.
What's that commercial where it was like the guy rolls into his son's like bedroom and he finds like a joint or something. And he's like, "What's this, son?
What is this?"
Yeah, and he's like, "I blame you, Dad."
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Well,
Right.
yeah,
What?
I don't know why. I
What,
think
for
of
the
those
roof
things.
of your head?
I don't know why I think of those things.
Yeah. Brand new clothes. Yeah.
Kenny says, so you're saying Apple Bush beer was better? 100% it was better.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, man.
So much better.
Yeah. It was crisp.
Yeah, it's like apple juice.
Yeah. So, hey, do we have anybody waiting in the wings?
Yes.
We do. Well, let's go and bring him on right now.
Hey,
It is
first, let's
oh.
wrap up this grab 'em in the brisket.
beer review. Perfect.
Mm.
Great harmony, guys. I mean,
Sultry.
I think you should just like come with a little kazoo or something next time.
Sony Records, reach out.
Yeah, if you want to. We're right
ready.
here.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Be careful. Miss Libby's probably listening.
Perfect. Bring her in. Let's go.
Ms. Libby. All right. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, how are y'all?
Hello.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
It has. Yeah. How the heck have you been?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. Yeah. We're just enjoying a lovely Wednesday, having a few cold beverages, and we've really gotten into a lot of the 2025 barbecue Hall of Fame inductees. We have not said any names yet. I know we've seen some stuff online here and there. We wanted to save that with you guys, if you don't mind. So, but yeah.
Are we missing one?
Yeah, it looks like Elizabeth is having trouble getting in.
Okay.
We can wait.
Do y'all see her?
I think her audio.
She got no video.
Elizabeth, can you hear us?
I can hear you all. Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can.
Okay, I don't know why my camera's not working. It won't let me unclick it.
Ah. Well, at least you're here in spirit and voice.
Well, excited to be on. I'll work on getting it. Hopefully you can see me eventually, but excited to be a part of this.
Definitely. No, this is really cool that you guys reached out. I mean, we reached out. I'm not sure.
They reached out.
They reached out. Okay. And just to have you guys on, I know we did a small interview with you, Alyssa, I guess a few years ago, and which was super fun. I think that was our first year
At the Royal.
at the Royal, and just a tremendous experience, and just trying to see what it all, it was hard to take it all in the first year,
So
to be
much.
honest with you.
Right.
There is so much going on, and being here in Houston, we have the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo here, so we have a really big cook-off that we go to. But I don't know, it just seemed to, it was just a whole different vibe with the Royal, and it was
Felt more inclusive, really. Like you can
Yeah.
just go wherever, talk to whoever. Like,
Yep.
very accessible.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not so much corporate, I guess. Houston's very corporate. I mean, and you get people around the world that come here and whatever else. But you might have 250,000 people a night come into Houston, right? But that is not always such a great thing when you're trying to really talk about barbecue, be about barbecue or anything else. You're kind of excluded from a lot of that. And being up there, I kind of expected that type of atmosphere, and I was refreshed by seeing that it is really a barbecue competition that is centered around great cooks, great friends, and family. That it was very much a family event going on. So
yeah, and it's a great organization, the American Royal.
Yep.
And hopefully maybe we can get a little bit of I'm going to say the history of American Royal, but at least tell the listeners a little bit about the American Royal, because there's probably a lot of people out there that have not heard about this organization in the World Series of Barbecue. That is, obviously we're all supplanted in the world of barbecue, but we do have listeners like, I don't know where that's at, or I don't know what that is. But yeah, hopefully you guys can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I am happy to kick it off. Again, I apologize you can't see me, but the history of the American Royal, we are a Longstead founded organization built in Kansas City. Our roots are laid here. We were founded in 1899. So we've been around 126 years. And with that originally started the first Hereford sale and show together for a livestock show. And within that, we actually have 4 components. We talk about livestock, rodeo, equine, and then most importantly, barbecue. And so with barbecue, we actually inherited the Barbecue Hall of Fame back in 2011. Previously, it was owned by Mike Tucker and Ray Basso. They were the ones that founded the Barbecue Hall of Fame. They realized that there was something missing within the barbecue world, and there was a way that we needed to preserve the roots and legacy of the barbecue industry as a whole. So that's when we joined forces together, and we took a hold in 2012 and had an inaugural Hall of Fame ceremony. So we inherited those previous 7 inductees, and ever since then we have started that process, leading the way for barbecue and the Barbecue Hall of Fame. And I can let Casey or Alyssa touch a little bit more on that if they'd like.
Sure. Alyssa, you want to give some big picture stuff about the Royal?
Yeah, sure. I definitely can. I think Elizabeth talked a little bit about it, but we really are a nonprofit organization. We champion food and agriculture, and that is what all of our events are stemmed around. You base all of our events on educating people about education, where their food comes from. And, you talked a little bit about that personal atmosphere at the barbecue. I think that's one of our biggest goals at every event that we put on. We want to make sure that everyone is having a good time. They know what's going on, and of course, what our mission is as well.
Nice. No, you can definitely feel that when you're there. And you guys are actually are in the process of still getting that new location set up, correct?
Yeah, you are correct. We hope to be out there within the next year or so. So it's still in the building process. It's ahead of schedule, which is incredible. We owe a lot to our team that's working on that. And we're really excited about it. I think there will still be a few events at our current facility next year, but I think we're going to start having some events at the new facility next year.
Nice. Now, has it always been inside the track?
Casey, do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I think this will be the 10th year that we've been at the Speedway.
Okay.
So, for the first 30 plus years, we were, just there in the West Bottoms at the American Royal Building. Yeah. We had 1 year at Arrowhead, and then ended up out at the Speedway. So, they're fantastic partners. I think people love, that excitement of driving into the tunnel and onto the infield. So even once we have our new, the American Royal new campus, we'll probably keep the barbecue at the Speedway for a few more years, just until, we kind of figure out how it might fit onto our new development, just because it's such a great property where we're at. So we're quite happy to stay there for a while. No, definitely. I'm not gonna lie to you. The vibe of really going through the tunnel is amazing.
It's magical.
It is, especially for somebody, that's always wanted to go and cook there or just be out there, whatever else. That there definitely is that little, that kid look in your eyes going, oh my God, this is pretty cool.
We're here.
Yeah.
Also, it's really cool to see grown men that are probably inebriated on the track, just running and racing each other to see who's the fastest. That was a highlight on my trip when we went up there.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's a highlight for our team to go out and welcome everybody when they're coming in through the tunnel. I think it's just as much fun for us as it is for you guys to come through it. So It's pretty amazing.
So can we get into the inductees you have? Now you had a list of people that y'all had nominees for, and that gets shrunk down to or down to a list of saying, okay, this is a top 15 or whatever it is. And then from there, it goes to 7. How does that process work?
Elizabeth,
So
are
that
you
process
on?
kind of sorry. So that process looks like we will have nominations starting all year round, actually, and anyone and everyone is allowed and encouraged to nominate someone that they feel like have paved the way in the barbecue industry at some point. And so we go through about 81 nominations. And when I say we have a great selection committee composed of Jim Akamati, Kevin Bledsoe, Ray Lampy, Adrian Miller, Amy Mills, JC Reed, and Tuffy Stone. And they are a tremendous support in helping us filter out those nominations. So what that kind of looks like is they get together, we meet, and they kind of dive through the background and history and stay true to the key points of what it means to be a part of the Barbecue Hall of Fame and making sure we're staying true to the roots and legacy of that industry. And so they filter through and get the top 10 down. And whenever they get the top 10, that goes to voting. And so the voting actually happens between a portion of time in the spring, and that is the previous inductees, anyone that is still living that has previously been inducted to the Hall of Fame, has the opportunity to cast their vote, and they get 4 votes. And that's how we end up with 4 inductees today. So the committee doesn't do anything once they do the top 10 finalists. And then it is the inductees, the past inductees, that name the inductees this year.
Nice.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to, you said anybody can nominate. If somebody did want to say nominate the Grabbing the Brisket show for next year, how would they go about nominating somebody for that?
Yeah.
We're more than happy. You'll just find it up on the website. There's a nomination link, and you just fill out the form. And the committee is really really good about knowing who is meant to be in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. We have some industry experts, some post inductees that are on the committee, as well as food journalists, ex-competitors that have experience the circuit. So the barbecue community is really small and it's very inclusive, and so you kind of get to know everyone. But if you nominate your neighbor, like, that is perfectly fine. You are more than welcome to do that. But then we hit the key components of how have they impacted the barbecue industry and how have they shaped it. And if they don't hit those requirements and qualifications, then we kind of filter them off the list. But once someone is nominated, they actually stay on that list for 3 years, and that 4th year they will fall off unless they're re-nominated.
So
Okay.
I
Sounds
wish,
like we're in. I don't know what to tell you.
I wish you wouldn't have said that. There's a reason why John wore a tie
I wore
tonight.
a tie just in case.
Yeah, he was kind of like, no, I gotta wear a tie tonight just in case. I gotta make my best foot forward. I was like, John, just stop.
Yeah, we already have a few nominations in the chat room. So,
he's wearing shorts right now. I'm just saying, like, this is not. Don't believe this. Get up, okay?
Business on the top.
Yeah, right. That's it. I love it. Yeah. So, can we go through the actual nominees? Is that fine with you guys? I mean, have y'all looked at these a lot? And
the inductees.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry, inductees. I keep saying nominees.
Yes, I'm sure they've looked at the list.
Go through all 100.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, we're happy and excited to share. We announced this today on our website and social media outlets. And so getting into the weeds of the living inductees, we have David Close from Houston, Texas, Roy Perez from Lockhart, Texas, Donnie Teal from Sperry, Oklahoma, and Helen Turner from Brownsville, Tennessee. So these are your Barbecue Hall of Fame inductees. That will be the class this year. And we are very excited to welcome them in November during the World Series of Barbecue and have them be officially inducted. But then we also like to honor our legacy inductees as well. And so those are anyone that has previously passed away that didn't get their time to shine in the spotlight with the Hall of Fame inductee portion. And so with the legacies, we have 3 amazing individuals tonight. We have Ernest Alexander from Houston, Texas, Walter Jeton from Fort Worth, Texas, and Paul Shoddy from Poca City, Oklahoma. And again, they have paved the way for the barbecue industry and have set everyone up for success. And I'm happy to dive into a little bit about the background if you'd like.
no, definitely. Yeah. I mean, obviously pointing out some of the obvious things that are glaring off of this is four of these people are from Texas, which doesn't surprise me at all. I'm just saying. And then you got Oklahoma, which might as well be North Texas. Let's just be honest with it. So that is truly amazing, considering this is a huge state, and there's great barbecue all over the state. And I know there's a lot of people that have given a lot to this sport or to this industry. So that's just, for me, honestly, it's cool to see. With David Close, with Close Barbecue Pits, that's badass. I'm just gonna say. I mean, the guy's been a legend for a long time. Honestly, I didn't know he wasn't already in or somewhere or whatever else. So
we grew up just idolizing his pits, searching the internet, just like wishing that we could just have one of those barbecue pits. So it's something that's near and dear to us. We love that. And then Roy Perez, and not trying to steal the thunder. Please go ahead and go into some of the history of these candidates, because we'd love to hear a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. So David Close, as you already know, he's been around for quite some time and has been in the barbecue industry for more than 40 years. Through his grow work and smoker manufacturing business, he has made a niche market for owners' needs, and he has actually helped coach people on flavor profiles, competition cooking, and much more. During his tenure in barbecue, he has won many awards, including the World Barbecue Grand Champion, and was chosen as the International Ambassador of Barbecue to represent the World Barbecue Organization, which is pretty cool. And he's been featured in many TV shows throughout his time, and his talents really are showcased in his ability to have continue through philanthropy efforts in his local community, and he is very proud to support military families as well.
Yeah.
And then going on to the next candidate, Roy Perez. He's really interesting to me. He kind of stumbled upon barbecue. He was a carpenter by trade for a couple of years before getting into the barbecue world. And there was a crash in the housing market. And so he needed a job, needed some money, and he fell into becoming one of the sausage cooks at Kreitz Market. And under Rick Schmidt became his mentor and really helped guide him. And so he became one of the pit masters very quickly and helped create the aspect of traditional Texas barbecue within the business at Kreitz Market. And he prioritizes his customers, and many will continue to say that to this day, and because he makes them feel whole and helps uphold that tradition as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
cool. I love the fact that when you go there, like, he is there on that chopping block and he's cutting that food for you. It's like the food's awesome. The food's great, but also the experience, being able to go in the back and to experience the pit master slicing the meat right there in front of you and just putting it on your plate or whatever. I think they have a little thing where they don't offer sauce or forks in that restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You just don't need it.
I love it. I love it.
Little facts.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
All right.
So we got Donnie Till and we got Helen Turner, Oklahoma and Tennessee. I see that Donnie Till with over 800 plus contests, winning 100 plus grand champions, founder of the Oklahoma Barbecue Run, and owner of the Buffalo Barbecue, and former board member of the KCBS Oklahoma Barbecue Society. So the guy's had a tremendous year, or a tremendous career.
He's won the Royal and the Jack.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You already know.
Yeah. Helen Turner, like, if you don't mind, could you speak a little about her?
Yeah, so she is a very influential pitmaster, especially being a woman that is primarily in a male-dominated sport and field. And so she was the owner of Helen's Barbecue in Brownsville, Tennessee, and it's been nationally acclaimed reputation for her wood-smoked pork shoulders and steadfast commitment to the tradition. She actually retired last December, so the barbecue restaurant is no longer up and running, but she is very proud that she was able to have many years in business and help master her craft, but has broken many barriers in the industry as well and continues to pave the way in that footsteps. She is recognized with the Southern Foodways Alliance Ruth Keeper of Flame Award and continues to inspire her skills, leadership, and presence in the barbecue world to this day.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I mean, obviously being nationally recognized. I mean, everybody's heard of Helen's Barbecue. You know, I think that's probably the greatest thing that you see with the sport now. That and even more so with the kids queue coming in, is that this is not just a man dominated or male dominated sport anymore. This is a family sport. That I would say more than anything, and the amount of children and teams that are getting into this, that's what's going to propel this whole industry for the next 50, 100 years. Is I can't wait to see where it goes. Hell, just living the next 20 years probably. But yeah, I think it's truly amazing, and yeah, it's definitely well deserved. So.
Yeah, no, I love that Helen got nominated and she got inducted. I think there's only like a handful of female pitmasters, women pitmasters that are still living and being able to be inducted into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. I think you have Melissa Cookston, you have Tootsie.
Yep.
So that's very cool. Such a tremendous honor.
Yep. Yeah, and so then we're left with our legacy honorees, and then we have Ernest, Walter, and Paul. So Ernest, owner of the Alex Barbecue, having in Atlanta for nearly 50 years, civil rights era landmark and favorite of Dr. Martin Luther King. Obviously, it stinks to not get in when you're living whatever else, but this guy was a truly living legend, and to have his name called, I'm sure his family are ecstatic. To be there to help represent the family and everything that he accomplished.
Yeah, these gentlemen help pave the way for everything that we're doing nowadays.
That's right.
Yeah, so the legacy honorees, when they are announced at the award ceremony, do you guys usually have like the family out to accept the award or something like that?
Yes, we do. So this is a huge honor. And actually last year there was an inductee that had 7 generations, I believe, up on the stage accepting the award on their behalf. And so it's really cool to get to see all the family come together and experience this honor, because they're able to celebrate the past, but really celebrate that to this day it's still remembered, and what their family members did made a huge impact. So we're really excited to share that. I will say the legacy inductees, they do not go to vote. So the nominating committee actually selects the 3 legacy inductees.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then the impact award. We're familiar with the winner this year. He's one of our favorite people in the world.
Yep.
But can you tell us a little bit about what the impact award actually is?
Yeah, the Impact Award is fairly new. The first time that it was given was actually in 22, and it's a perpetual award, so it doesn't have to be given every year, but it was implemented to recognize a group and not just an individual that is very deserving of the Hall of Fame recognition. And so when we start to think of who has been awarded the Impact Award, it is really those individuals that have helped mold the barbecue industry and get people started in the competitive circuit, get it excited about barbecue and the flavors, and journaling all throughout that. And so this year we're proud to announce that the Impact Award will go to the National Barbecue News. And so we are honoring the Phelps and Gillis Gillis family. So Carolyn and Joe Phelps, along with Francis and Doc Gillis, they actually started National Barbecue News. And at that time, it was the only source of news about barbecue, restaurants, team, the competition circuit, contests, locations around the country. So it was really that outlet to get people the in and out of what to know about barbecue. So in 1991, the Phelps and Gillis families were the founding members, like I said, that served the needs of expanding the diverse and ever-growing barbecue industry. Over the years, it has tremendously grown into a dynamic organization where they showcase all aspects from barbecue and grilling and promote public engagement, education, and the appreciation of America's rich barbecue heritage itself. So today, Jeanette and Kel Phelps are actually continuing to work in the Kel's family as both the lead and the magazine and organization into more than 35 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Miss Janet
That's so
and Kel
cool.
are just fabulous people. We love them to
Yeah.
death. It's a huge congratulations to all of them, but especially our friends because they're awesome.
I don't know if we can say that.
Like I said, I just said
You
it.
can say whatever you
It's
want to
fun.
say.
Yeah, I
That's
love
fine.
everybody.
I totally agree with
Can't be
you.
biased.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
totally
not.
agree.
Hey, congrats to all of them. That's what you guys.
Yeah. So, right. So can you talk a little bit about just what it takes to bring to bring this event together? I mean, obviously it's what is it, 4 days, 5 days of just getting people in, setting up, and then you've got the teams coming in, and then you've got your vendors and everything coming in for if you're trying to whatever it is, right?
You get the
But-
invitational, and then
Yep.
you have the open.
That's right. So, but can you kind of lead up to like, what does it really take to put on this type of event? It doesn't happen in a week. This is all year long. And
You
for
got to have a lot of volunteers.
That's right. Yeah.
Like I volunteer with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
We're done here.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's only 168 days away. Not that I'm counting or anything, but
That's right.
no, you're right. We start, even right now, I feel like my to-do list is already just crazy out of control. We're getting registration, get ready to open here in just the next week or so. So obviously we have to have everything ready for the teams, hoping to have anywhere between 400 and 500 teams. Then we have all the judge signups through KCBS. Between all the contests, we'll end up with probably 700 to 800 judges. So obviously that's a lot to manage.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, we could not put on this event or any American Royal event without our volunteers. We have just an amazing group of volunteers and committee members that work year round. And, when we're on site, they are there 18 hours a day minimum, probably some of them. So a lot of work goes into it by a lot of people. But yeah, you're right. We're already, working on the schedule, trying to fine tune things, getting registration up and getting our kids' queue stuff ready to go. So got a lot of stuff cooking.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Is anything new this year, or is it still just business as usual?
Well, we always try to introduce some new things. We're actually working on a couple of ideas for our public activation. We always we welcome, like you had mentioned, we really welcome the public in. We welcome them to walk around and actually get to meet some of our pit masters and the teams. So we're working on some different ideas to really get the public more involved and some more interactive stuff. So hoping to have some new things going on with that this year too.
Nice. Yeah. It's, the highlight, there's so many different highlights around. I will say the Friday night party is great. It's fantastic. But when Saturday comes, it's business, right? For everybody out there. Right. And then,
Absolutely.
and the same thing, it's the same thing on Sunday as well, right? It's Sundays cook and awards.
Sundays, so Saturday is our invitational
Yeah.
and sides and kids queue, and then Sunday is the open, and then we have an award ceremony both nights.
That's right. That's right. So, and that was the one thing that when it came to Saturday evening, I was like, oh no, this is going to be great. It's going to be a big party out here. And
What happened?
people are still partying a little bit, but it's very subdued because it's a business. This is a business weekend, right? And so I like the fact that they kicked it off kind of with the party going on, and then you can't leave out the whole hog cook. That is so amazing. Those teams, you can tell they're all friends, but they're so creative, and some of the things they come up with, and how they present. It's a presentation alone is what just I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before, right? So I'm not from Texas. We don't do a whole lot of whole hog here, and for not experiencing going up there and seeing that, I was like, oh my God, I think I think we did what was it? Who was the team last year that won it? Or the year before? It was our boys.
First class barbecue.
The Shed.
The Shed, yeah.
The Shed, right? But yeah, just it's everybody has these tips and tricks, and they're always trying to outdo each other. And I love the fact that they're never shy about saying what seasonings they're using as well, right? They're like, I use this, and they're giving them all shout outs, and you're like, I don't know, it's just completely different, right?
Yeah. Well, one question I can ask the panel here: what is your favorite part of the American Royal, the World Series of barbecue, and including the Barbecue Hall of Fame?
If you want me to have some different ideas, probably.
Yeah, who's going?
I think for me, just because that's, my focus. So for 6 months or 8 months out of the year of working on this, but when we close the gates Friday at noon, when all the teams are in, they're all checked in, they're in their spaces. That to me is where I kind of can relax. And then kind of the whole second night of, that the second piece of the event starts. Then once I get everybody on the ground, then that's a whole nother piece. But that's always my favorite part. Once I drive around on my golf cart and see all the teams, that's a lot of fun.
Nice.
For me, my favorite part is actually at the award ceremony, because I know they're all competing against each other, but deep down they're all cheering each other on as well. And they're all, like you said, they're all friends, they're all family. So I think that's one of the coolest things, is to see them all cheering each other on.
Yeah. I cannot agree more.
I would say my favorite part is actually going to tie in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. I get thrown off on Saturday. I'm not in the Kansas Speedway. I'm actually off creating the induction ceremony and black apron ceremony and making sure that happens and family gets to where they need to go. But I would say that when we have the black apron ceremony, when those inductees receive their black apron and have a chance to stand on the stage, and the emotions that come out is really inspiring, because it is a recognition and a testament to all of the hard work and effort that they have put into the industry. And at that moment, everything is coming together and it's worth it to them. And it's just incredible to get to share that moment. And there's nothing like it.
Damn. No, that's awesome. I can't. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. So
looks like Craig Carter jumped in there and said Boar's Night Out has won it 5 years in a row. So you stand corrected.
I thought
Jan, you don't know anything. What's wrong with you?
And,
is that true?
Janet Phelps in the chat.
We love Janet Phelps. I got a question. Have you guys done any thought into maybe doing a fan voting component to this? Maybe a fan's choice or something. Not necessarily a Hall of Fame, because that's pretty prestigious. But maybe the NBA does All Stars and they do fan voting type of deal. Maybe something where we can vote somebody in and just let the fans pick.
No, they haven't thought of that.
I'm not asking you, Jen. God damn it.
I will say it's never been discussed before, but it's also never been brought to the table. And we're always open to new ideas and how we can get people involved. The Hall of Fame itself is very, very young, and there's so many people that are so deserving of it. So the committee always says we are constantly trying to play catch up. And so that's why when we originally started, we only inducted 3, and we have moved that up to 4 living inductees. And we have people that have passed away that are inducted as legacies. And so we're continuing looking to expand that. So this is definitely an opportunity that we can maybe take to the committee and see their thoughts. And you never know unless you ask.
There you go. You don't even know.
Yeah.
The seed is planted. Let's go.
There it is.
Yep. Just need some water.
Yes.
Love it.
Of course, I
love it. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, guys, we definitely appreciate you guys coming on and sharing this with us. I will say we talked about this the other day, and it was a simple question that was proposed. Over the last few years, what has been really the highlight of us starting a podcast? Obviously we've been a comp team for a long time, but But just like, what was the highlight? And I don't know if it was unanimously, but I think we all had something. But as soon as it was said, which I'm going to say was probably me, I was like, going to the American Royal was 100% the highlight of the last 5 years of our progression, from starting a podcast and being in this small little world of small town Texas, to traveling all over the nation and just being a part of these shows, the awards, the competition, talking a little smack on the way. So it's been great. But I will say that the Royal was truly amazing.
Well, now we need to get you back to the American Royal.
I know.
This is your year, guys. This is your year.
This could be our year. That's what every team says, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what they all say. I love it. It could be our year. Yeah, and we're practicing, so there it is.
There
You never know.
I just want to go up there and stick the mic in people's face and talk.
Yeah,
And drink a little bit.
perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm sure we can facilitate that.
Yeah,
We really appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for doing this.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
You
having us
got
on.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming on.
Hey, we appreciate it. Bye, guys.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, it's so cool having Alyssa on. So we had the honor of meeting her when we were out our first year, and she was so gracious and just accommodating and like just allowing us, say, yeah, let's get over here and do this and whatever, being out there with, obviously with MBBQA and Kel and Janet is really what helped set the stage for that to go.
100%.
And would not have been there without those guys.
Mhm.
But yeah, just, I don't
I
know.
feel like November's calling.
There it is.
Yes. Alyssa, Elizabeth, Casey, thank you so much. That's a wealth of knowledge right there.
It
They were
is.
schooling
Yeah.
us the entire
I'm not gonna
time.
lie, I was a little nervous. And I just didn't want to fumble. And yeah, I just 'cause you never know, like, John is asking crazy questions. Like,
I was
can we
just asking
can we just ask like
questions.
crazy questions? 'Cause
People want
I
to
didn't know
the
that was a
answer.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had this button on standby for Jan. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, probably good thing.
You probably should have just ran with it.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like every other word, just hit it. It's like you have no idea if anybody is saying.
Right. Yeah.
So good. Hey, we did a little news earlier, but we forgot to do is we had a mail call this week.
Let's go.
You guys want to?
Oh, we did have a mail call.
Yeah.
That's right. Dang.
And you know more about this than I do, so I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you hold the wood.
So we got this beautiful cutting board sent to us with our team name. Sorry, the camera's off, so I don't know what side it's on. With our team name on it, and this company, which I think there's a stamp or something from the company. I can't remember what it is. What does that say? Samara Table Company. So they make tables, chairs, cutting boards, and whatever else. But a big shout out to Marcy Rogers, one of the best damn realtors in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for sending this to us. Like when it came in the mail, my wife was like, "Oh, I got something. I got a package in." I'm like, "Okay." Like I didn't really think anything of it, and she starts to open it. She was like, "Wait a minute, I don't think this is for me. This is for you." And I was like, "Well, whose name's on it?" She goes, "It's your name." I'm like, "Well, why are you opening my
Right.
stuff? Like that's not how this works."
Yeah, what's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine too.
That's
as well.
exactly right.
Right, yeah.
So she goes, "Hold on, let me." So I walked over and I opened it up and pulled it out. And I was like, "Oh my God, like who sent this?"
That's
Right.
nice. That's
And
nice.
then I turned it over. And I was like, "Oh man, dude, that's amazing." So big shout out to Marcy. This is something that she does for just people that she likes, to be honest with you. But also for every one of her clients, she's always there. She always does something special. And she's always giving back. And that's why she has one of the highest retention rates for clients year over year, where people buy their house and sell their house with her multiple times because she is that phenomenal. So we'll try to put a link up for her, and that way we can share her information because she truly is. I think she's like the top 1% of all realtors in Houston, and maybe not like North America or something. I don't know. It's crazy. She's that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's the girl.
At that very, do you think that wood's like ethically sourced?
I don't know, James. I don't, why would you ask that?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Is that post oak or red oak?
Is that post oak or red oak?
Okay, perfect.
Looks like it's a combination of white oak and red oak.
I can't do this with y'all right now. Yeah. Hey, Kel, listen, I might be there. I'm not inviting John or James. Neither one of these guys. Just listen.
Dude, we already got an invite from Craig Carter.
I know.
Can we sleep in the trailer with Kel?
Yeah. Right.
That's what I want to know right now, Kel. I need a yes. Confirmation.
No. Hey, listen. Man, it's been one heck of an interview this tonight.
Yeah, what a cool episode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, go ahead, John.
We still have a little barbecue win
to
share. So
we're going too fast.
You're really rushing this thing. I don't know.
This clock over here it's got me moving here.
Yeah,
so
the clock on the wall says 2:00.
Okay, there it is.
Hold on, I gotta find it now.
Okay.
Chatter on.
Yeah, I don't know what to
well, little small talk, little Phil talk. Hey, what's everybody cooking this weekend? We got Memorial Day coming up just right around the corner. I know everybody's cooking. I know everybody's grilling. You know, are they taking it the easy way out, or are they just going to go like, hey, we're just going to go to the restaurant and just
no?
You know what I mean?
Memorial Day's day for it. There's a competition here. Isn't VFW in a competition?
Raul.
Yes, sir.
So-
how come y'all aren't cooking?
Because I'm flying out. John and I are flying to Mexico, do a little quick hitter trip.
Yeah.
When are y'all flying out?
We're flying out Sunday.
It's Saturday.
No, I know.
Well,
We got
I know.
to pack, man.
no, you could pack on Friday.
No, I actually could cook this cook-off. I'd be fine with it.
Hey, you did it last time. I believe in you, Jan.
I know. Yeah. What place ribs did I get? Second place ribs.
Yeah.
Was it second?
Yeah, it was.
Second, or was it first?
was
let's
second.
say it was first.
It was
It was
top
second.
20 for sure.
It was second place.
Yeah.
So no, man, that's I could do it. And you know what? I may do it. I'm probably too late to sign up. I already know that.
No, you're grabbing them in the brisket.
Oh, you think
Hello.
you think it'll work?
Yes.
All right, let's go, man.
We can go right now. and sign up.
All right.
I might just sign up then. I've got time, you know. It's a great organization, the local VFW.
Hey, all of them
you're-
are. Go represent.
If you're in the area,
Yeah.
come to Pearland this weekend and check out the badass competition. There's some of the best competitors in this area will be cooking there. So it's an awesome event they put on.
Definitely.
Also-
VFW 7109 in Pearland, Texas. They got about 50 teams.
Yep.
And if you're interested in judging, they do that first call on Saturdays.
Looking for volunteers. Let's go. Also, if you're not cooking briskets this weekend, I think you're just missing the mark. You know what I mean? Like, this is a weekend that you have the long weekend. You can rest up. But if you're not doing a competition,
They're on sale.
I see Joseph there. He is cooking a brisket as well. You need to run down and get a brisket and just throw it down. It's not that hard to cook one of those guys. Like, just
It's not that hard.
it's
Go
not that
buy
hard.
one this weekend. I think this is the weekend that you're supposed to go buy one anyway. Isn't like all the meat on sale this weekend? And it's like it's a big grilling weekend, right?
Yeah, it's a big grind.
No, it is, yeah.
It's a 3-day weekend.
But I think they
Pull up-
still had those stupid tariffs on those briskets.
What are you talking
The
about?
tariffs, why they're
It's
they're
made in
stupid
Texas.
expensive all the time.
It's made in
Yeah.
Texas.
Well, we're gonna blame it on tariffs.
It's terrible.
Okay. I don't know.
right,
So
John.
Joseph's cooking a brisket this weekend. Let's go, Joseph. Listen, also, Joseph, it's pictures or it didn't happen. You know it and I know it.
Yep.
I got to ask Al Pastor pork, man. Let's go, Kenny. Yeah, same for you, man. Pictures or it didn't happen.
All right, we got a barbecue win. And this is, as I foreluded to earlier, Rob Dobb
What?
sent this in.
What? What'd you do?
For lewd?
Foreluded? Is that a word?
Oh,
No.
Interluded?
no.
There's some kind of lewd.
there's
There is something
interlude,
lewd
there's-
happening here. I don't
There's
know
a
what
monologue.
it was. Monolud?
Yeah,
No,
just kidding.
monolud. Yeah, monoluded. Rob Dobb sent this in, and this is about his boy Brady, which I'm pretty sure has been a winner on our show before.
Mhm.
Brady cooked in the Junior Barbecue at Memphis in May. 4 categories: chicken, steak, pork chop, and dessert. Took 3rd place in chicken and 3rd place in steak. Out of 22 kids, ended up 7th overall. I guess it's 2 categories a day. So congratulations to our boy
Congratulations.
Brady.
Let's go, Brady, man. That's
Brady
awesome.
Tom.
That's awesome.
Teaching his dad some things.
Hey, so is this is our barbecue win? That
This
we
is
have
a
here.
winner, chicken dinner.
That's it, man. So what you get to go to is you get to go to sucklebuster.com, pick out a seasoning, any seasoning you want. If you want to say the Chicks That Smoke seasoning, that's fine with you. You get to say that. If you want to pick one of the hundreds of other seasonings they have out there, pick one, and we'll have it sent out to you because you're a winner. That's it.
You're a what?
You're a winner.
Come on, Jack. What they win?
You want some Suckabusters? Everybody wants some Suckabusters. Yeah.
One of these days, they're going to play a commercial you're going to see on TV, and it's going to have your voice. They're going to have the jingle
No, they won't.
up when they're.
Nobody wants to say that.
Yeah. Or there's going to be a
That's
little push button at Ace when you go to buy some Suckabusters, and it just says push me. And then you push it, and it says Suckabusters.
Yeah, so
Everybody wants some Suckabusters.
Yeah. I don't know how we started that. I don't know. I just don't want to do that anymore.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
You can't stop now.
Yeah.
We're too far.
Can't
in.
stop, won't stop.
Eluded.
Yeah.
Eluded?
So no,
No,
damn it. Listen, I
Okay.
wanted him to have this for a long time. I was gonna wear this out, and I cannot believe somebody ruined this for me. Thank you, Pit Life. Appreciate it.
Eluded?
Yeah, it is eluded.
Eluded.
Yep.
And
Thanks.
what did you say?
Thanks for the
I
clarity.
said eluded. Eluded? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm so, I don't
Look,
know.
I have Chat GPT to
Yep.
fix all those errors for me. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yes. Hey, thanks for everybody that jumped in the chat tonight. Super active. We freaking love that. Congrats to all the winners going into the barbecue
Fame.
Hall of Fame.
That's right.
2025 Barbecue Hall of Fame, guys. Let's run a recap really quick. David Close, that is Pitts by Close here in Houston, Texas. Roy Perez, Lockhart, Texas. We got Donnie Teal, Helen Turner as well. Man, what a beautiful class. Look, honestly, I had a few favorites that did not make it.
I know. I know. There were some people that were in the nomination that I thought they were going to get there. And this year they're not there. So
Next year.
I do expect next year for that to happen.
Lambert, I wanted you to
I
get it, man.
know, I
God
know.
dang it, dude. If I had a vote, I would, you would have been in.
Yeah.
Should it be one of those things where the media gets to vote?
I don't know.
Isn't that like the baseball Hall of
That's
Fame?
baseball. Hall of
Yeah.
Fame. The media gets to
I'm
vote.
just saying.
We need a like we need to pick one person, right? Is that how that works? I don't know how that works.
Just let us pick one.
Yeah, and it's like all up to grabbing the brisket. Can you imagine that? Oh, the power.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I would
real
pick-
quick, guys. Joseph wants to know where can he send or put the pictures?
If you are on social media, you can post them and you can tag us, or you can reach out to us. You can, any of our social media, send us an email, info@grabtheminthebrisket.com. I think we even have a link on our website, which is grabthebrisket.com. And for the folks that want to send in their barbecue wins or barbecue fails, you can call into our hotline. It's 434-829-2299, or in any of those little spots I just said a second ago.
Yes,
But
be a
I-
part of the show.
But I think if you tag, right? If you just hashtag grabbing the brisket
Oh, tag, don't hashtag, tag.
or
us.
tag,
Yeah.
okay. If you tag us, then and then we'll see it.
We'll see it.
And then obviously, I know week after week we talk about grabbingthebrisket.com. It's a wonderful website.
Oh,
it's a
it's really
beautiful
great.
website.
Oh.
it's well done.
Some
really.
might say the best website.
I don't know. Some might say that. Yeah. Hey, that's always a good place to go post some stuff as well.
Yeah.
Also, we have a Facebook. You can also go to our Facebook group.
Yeah,
There
we
it
got a
is.
Facebook group.
Dude, as always, man, it's been great. Hey, cheers. Cans up. It's been great talking barbecue with you.
Cheers. You filthy.